All right, so today we've got a couple of tap and die sets from the Milwaukee Tool Company. We've got the metric set as well as the fractional set. So the model numbers on both of these are going to be, for the metric, it's 49-22-5603. For the fractional set or the SAE set, it is 49-22-5604. These are tap and die sets. These are primarily used for threading or repairing threads. So you can either, work to create some new threads or work to repair existing threads in various general purpose metals. So some of your more basic metals like brass, aluminum, or mild steel are going to be what these are designed specifically for. There is a bit of a caveat as far as you can't use these, or you shouldn't use these for some of your tougher steels like a stainless steel or something like that. Both sets are 38 pieces, so you've got 17 of the straight flute taps and then 17 of the 1-inch hex dies. You also get a 2-in-1 handle, so this will help you whether you're using the hex dies internally or for external threads, or if you're using the T-handle for the internal taps. T-handle works as such. You can just stick the little piece in there and connect it into, or you can connect this directly in that way. Both sets come in the low profile Packout cases. The dimensions on these cases are 16.5 inches by 9.75 inches by 2.5 inches tall. Each set weighs approximately 5.5 pounds, so they are relatively light. All of the accessories are black oxide coated, so they should stand up to any type of rust and corrosion over a decent amount of time. They do both come with the thread gauge specific to whether it's metric on this side or SAE on this side. Some things to take into consideration about both sets is, like we said earlier, they are primarily for, or pretty much specifically for, your mild steels like brass, aluminum, and just your basic steel. So if you're into working on heavier steels or stainless steels, things like that, these will not stand up or suffice for you, in more than likely. One of the things, or another thing to take into consideration, is they are, hand tool specific. So these are not the type of taps or dies that you'll want to connect into any type of a drill or machine in order to rework your threads or create threads. Another thing to take into consideration, just because of the rigidity of the steel material that they're made of. And then the last thing to take into consideration is just going to be the replacement cost. I haven't actually had the opportunity to use either of these sets just yet. I do have a feeling that there was a pretty decent likelihood that you're probably going to be able to use these one time and then have to replace whatever piece you're using, especially if you use it on multiple threads in that one setting or whatnot. So just a couple of things to take into consideration. I do have a couple of Irwin sets that are, I'm pretty sure they are cobalt, so I haven't quite decided which ones are going to be my primary sets versus which ones will be kind of like secondary sets, but nonetheless, I felt the need to pick these up just because I think you can never have enough tap and dies or things to get you out of questionable circumstances whenever they come up. I've seen these save a lot of people a lot of time whenever they're called upon. So yeah, if you find yourself doing any type of metal threading, or if you could see yourself doing any type of metal threading or repairs on metal threads in the foreseeable future, I would definitely take these two sets into consideration. Perhaps not both of them if you don't have a specific need for both of them, but if you do have one need over another, I would definitely look to these sets. And as I said, there are a few other options that Milwaukee has to offer out there that do give you a few less pieces. I think there's a set that is as small as 8 pieces, on up to these being the 38-piece sets. The main differences, they do come with some different handles. These are the premium handles. The other sets come with a little bit of a not as solid handle, I guess is the best way to put it. But yeah, nonetheless, thanks for taking the time to watch. As always, we'll see you on the next one.